All right, welcome back. You're listening to Softcore Detachment, the podcast where soft hearts grow sharp boundaries and healing gets gloriously unhinged. I'm your host, Catalina, recovering perfectionist, certified chaos gremlin, and softcore CEO of emotional detachment. With me is Jonnie, producer, partner in crime, defender of boundaries, and professional glow-up baddie.
I'm her. She's me.
And I don't know if you hear that in the background, but is that jingle bells? Are there jingle bells in the background?
I hear some carols.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
carols. Maybe a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special.
Oh, yeah.
Legit, Lior and I watched that last night.
That's good. I like stuff
Yeah,
like that.
there aren't that many Thanksgiving movies. Like,
Yeah.
not really good ones.
Mm-mm.
So that's the one we watched because, hey, we're getting messy, and it is holiday season. Well, we know the holidays are supposed to be merry and bright, but for a lot of us, they are emotionally expensive, not just Amazon Prime expensive, right? Yeah.
That car's
But
maxed out.
yeah, we're just going to set that one off to the side.
Just kidding.
Next, between food guilt, family drama, pressure to drink, the season can take us out of our routines. They can be exhausting. So, for this episode, we're going to slow down, we're going to soften up, and we're going to talk about how to survive and who knows, maybe even enjoy the holidays without abandoning yourself or your
I like that.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
All
excited to
right.
hear a little bit about this and even respond in here on a little bit of it because I get very, very empty nestish, if that makes sense.
Of
It comes
course it
flooding back.
does. Yeah, for sure. Do your kids come home for the holidays or what does that look like for
It
you?
depends. So my kids are serving in 2 different branches of the military, so, taking leave and requirements like that is very different for both of them. So sometimes it's one, sometimes it's none, and I also have a son who's, married, and they have to split time between holidays for, his wife's family and us. So it's tough.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
understandable as well. So, yeah, the holidays can look different for lots of different
Mhm.
families. You're splitting time, you're traveling across the country. And right now, traveling is actually pretty difficult. We have a lot of
Ugh.
extra stress that we're all going through just because of the traveling factor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see even the airlines are offering, ticket changes. A lot of them are at no expense, and just to try to they almost are, I hate to say it, but discouraging that mass, holiday travel.
They are. Yeah, I think they're reducing overall right now by 4% over the next couple weeks, and they're going to move that up to 10% by the end of November.
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
you planned on traveling and now you're not, that can make you real sad. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of extra stress around the holidays in general, let alone right now, this time of
Mhm.
year, right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, in general, routines disappear. There's a lot of sort of different kind of stressors that come up around the holidays that aren't there usually. Your cortisol rises. When things are predictable, that's kind of like safety for your nervous system. So, when you take that away, things can be a little difficult, even if it is for a fun or a good reason. Family visits can be wonderful, or it can be a little bit strange and stressful. Old patterns can be reactivated, and suddenly you're like, 13 or 14 again, sitting at your
Ugh.
parents' table, and you feel like you're being punished for something that you did when you were a child, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, some old habits die hard, you know?
Yep,
Family dynamics are sometimes set in stone.
absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And then let's talk about how some of the substances that we might be ingesting could make that worse. Alcohol and sugar intensify anxiety and disrupt our sleep. So put all that stuff together, and that makes for a very interesting holiday season, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Mhm.
This study that we pulled was interesting. The APA looked at the loneliness epidemic in 2023 and that found that 55% of adults report feeling stressed or sad during the holidays.
Mhm.
That's all of us. That's 55%. That's
Mm.
crazy.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
And
Not
it's
everything is that Hallmark movie, right?
no, Jude Law is not going to show up and sweep us off our feet.
Vin Diesel might.
Family. So if you feel that way, you're not alone. Clearly, 55% of us feel the same way. And it could be for a lot of different reasons. So we'll get into that. We'll talk about ways that you can help make yourself feel a little bit better and get through the holiday season with maybe a little bit of joy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about sobriety during the holiday season. Now, I know that you and I are not big drinkers. I am trying to figure out a balance with sobriety right now. I've had a couple drinks here and there since I went hardcore sober this summer, and I have found it is just not that enjoyable. My body doesn't like it, my sleep doesn't like it. It's just not for me.
Mhm.
And you're just not a big drinker, period.
No, and I went through a period where, I enjoyed it a lot. And, I just for the past couple of years, I've haven't really partook in that at all.
Yeah.
I just it's not doing anything for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And so over the holiday season, if you're not a big drinker, you may be around some family members who are big drinkers
Right.
and who may try to push that on you or ask really invasive questions like, why aren't you drinking? That's one that like drove me insane. Why aren't you drinking? Are you an alcoholic? And it's like, that's just kind
Yeah,
of rude. Like, I could
very.
not be drinking for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
And, putting it that way doesn't really help the situation very much.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and then, if some people are if even if you let's say, people do suffer from alcoholism, and I know you don't, but if you did, that's just not something to bring into the holidays, that's just not appropriate.
It really, really isn't. And you know what I did learn though? I'm going to be completely transparent and honest about this on our podcast is when I did some intentional moderation recently by having a couple of drinks while I was out. I talked about it with my therapist. We planned exactly how this was going to go, what my boundaries were going to be. There was the voice in the back of my head once I had 2 drinks that said, "Just keep drinking." And I
Oh.
know in the back of my head, like I have the propensity to be a binge drinker. And I think
Okay.
that is one of the reasons why just not drinking is better for me. So, and it's funny because when people ask you stuff like that, they don't want you to really be honest. They don't want to have that conversation with you, but I'll
Mhm.
have it. Let's get uncomfortable. You want to talk about this? Let's go. Yeah, I do. Like, sure, I could be an alcoholic. I had that opportunity to be a binge drinker. You really want to talk about this? No, exactly. You don't. So mind your damn business? Like, it's just so awkward when people wanna lay it out there like that, but then they don't really wanna have the conversation at all.
Oh, yeah, it's still a bit taboo to talk about, but, I mean, a lot of people suffer from different things, so, I mean, it's you're human, and we're not you,
Yeah.
but people we're humans.
Yeah, exactly. I do identify as a human from time to time. Yes.
I identify as a wiener dog.
I love it. I love it. Oh, there goes Bronx back there. "Hey, buddy,
Okay.
no, we've done this in the cuts. We're not doing that again. Get your head out of there. Stop it. Don't make eye contact with me while you're doing it.
Yes.
Go on. Go on." And so, if around the holiday season you feel that pressure to drink and you're just not about it, there are lots of different ways that you can make some room for yourself. All right.
Mhm.
Bring your own bubbly drinks. There are lots of different mocktail options that are super fun. I took my daughter to this little rock and roll sushi place around the corner, and they had 2 or 3 different menu items with mocktails. So that's becoming really popular at different restaurants now.
Mhm.
And it's less taboo. It's like people don't want to wake up feeling like crap the next day. They want to have a
Yeah.
couple of drinks and enjoy themselves and be able to do, cheers with their friends and still be a part of that culture. And so there are options available. We got mocktails, we got sparkling adaptogens.
Oh.
Um, I actually invested recently, and this is definitely not a plug. I paid full price for this. This company called Apothecary, and they're like these little herbal drops. And then with these little drops, they have these little cards inside that have recipes for how to turn them into mocktails.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Super cute. So, like, you mix little bubbly waters, you mix little fruit concentrates. They have super cute ideas for like putting a little wedge of fruit or a
That's
little
cute.
flower on it, little sparkly things just to make it fun. Because why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun. I've actually really liked it. So, if you're in recovery or you're choosing clarity and to stay sober over the holiday season, have a plan. It makes a big difference. Bring your own drinks, have an exit strategy, have a little bit of humor, and be prepared to defend your boundary in any way that you need to. Practice what you're going to say.
Yeah, I read a tip from a nurse in a column one time, and it said that she wasn't a drinker but had a huge social network and was always at events and was pressured to drink. So she would get a red Solo cup, put water in it with a lime, and walk around with the same cup all night long with her water and look like she's drinking out of it, but people would never ask her to drink again. They think she's drinking. So I know that's probably not the most healthy approach, but it got the job done.
It totally works. I'm
Yeah.
right there with you. Actually, when I'm like, 100% like super sober, same exact thing. My favorite thing is just soda water because it's bubbly, it's effervescent, and you have a little wedge of lime on it. And I'll say, I'll just take a soda with lime. And it's the same sort of thing. Everybody assumes you're having like a vodka soda or something like that. And I'm not going to correct them. It's none of their business.
No.
But then I'm good to go for the rest of the night and I stay clear and I wake up just fine the next day. So
To
whatever's
be
going to work for
honest,
you.
I'm just at a Chloe point in my life, right? And I would just say, "Well, I don't drink, and you should probably not think about not doing it too."
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
drink. I don't drink. And yeah, you do what you do and I do what I do. And it's none of your business. And if you want to talk about it,
Yes.
we can talk about it. But it's just
Yeah.
amazing how people, they assume one way or the other. Like, well, then there must be something wrong with you. And it's like, bro, maybe there's something wrong with you. You binge
Maybe
drink
there's
every
something
weekend.
right with me.
There you go. Ooh, I like that for sure.
That's
All
detaching.
right. Let's move along. Let's talk about some healthy boundaries during the holidays because there's going to be that family member that wants to talk politics or talk about the, black sheep of the family cousin and start some drama. So let's talk about some healthy boundaries around the dinner table. What do you got for us?
Let's be honest. At one point in time, I'm the favorite child now, but I was the black sheep before, or at least I felt like I was with my lifestyle. It was a little bit different from the way that I was raised, and I was the rebellious kid.
Mm,
But when people push things on you, what I learned to do is you could say like, "I'm good, thanks." And then with it's a little bit more assertive rather than, it's I'm good, thanks. And that's it, you just drew your boundary. So I
I like
I
that.
like that one.
Yeah, it doesn't have that performance factor. Yeah, for sure. So that's kind of like the whole you don't have to make a big showy deal about it. You don't have to have the argument. You don't have to give that any energy. Just, nah,
Exactly.
I'm good, thanks. Not up for discussion.
Yep.
Don't have to make a big deal about it.
Yeah. Yep, I like that. And, you're maintaining peace, quiet. It's free. Therapy's not, but that is.
Yeah, in your next session with your therapist, you can go through all of that and how it triggered you and what was going on. That part's not free. But the peace and quiet at dinner was free. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that it's important to remember that, you're sitting at a table with friends and family, and if it's the family drama and the family dynamic, chances are there's some drama. There's something going along. Um, if you have that beautiful, drama free, everything's all happy and sunshine and roses family experience, that's lovely. I'm really, really happy for you. I'm jealous. Let us know what that's like in the comments. But for the rest of us, chances are pretty good there's some kind of tea, there's some kind of drama. And y'all are either not talking about it way too much, skirting around it, or, who knows? Again, it's that family member who insists on talking about politics when clearly that's not a good idea right now. It's the, again, personal type of stuff where people are talking about everybody's personal business when they should be keeping it to themselves. It's who knows. You don't have to participate in that. That sounds like a whole big buttload of none of yo business.
Yeah.
And like Joni said, you can do the whole like, no, I'm good. I'm keeping my nose clean. I'm keeping myself in my lane and I am detached. Presence without performance. You are here to enjoy the food, be here with your family, enjoy your bubbly mocktail, and you don't have to let that dynamic bring you down.
Oh, yeah. I like that. However,
I
I
love it.
am known to be a panicker.
Now,
Like, what do you
let's
do to
say
ground yourself?
that something did happen. Let's say there was a big family incident. Let's say that you did walk into the bee's nest, the hornet's hive, and you got to take a few minutes for yourself between courses before pie is served. in the bathroom, okay? There are definitely some ways that you can take a quick 5 minutes and excuse yourself and do some grounding techniques. We can do some box breathing. What I like to do is picture an actual box. You breathe in, you hold it, breathe out, hold it. You can count during that time if that helps you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whatever combination is going to help. Don't do anything that's going to stress you out worse, but focus on your breathing, focus on the picture of a box in and out, and just ground yourself with some breathing. You can excuse yourself to take just a quick walk after dinner. And, that's going to help with digestion. It's going to lower your glucose and help you digest your yummy, whatever kind of meal you just had. So that's a good way to boost your mood and excuse yourself from the drama at the table. And then in addition, don't forget your normal routines as well that we've been talking about this whole season of our podcast. You should have been exercising up until this point regularly. You should be taking your supplements. You should be eating healthy up to and before this delicious, bountiful meal that you just had. So you should already be preparing yourself for those different factors as well. It's
Mhm.
a holiday, not a holla month. Okay. You like that one? Yeah,
I love
that's a good one.
that.
I like that one too. So, up until before that point, you should already be preparing yourself for this meal. And if you have to excuse yourself, but keep in mind, this is just a few hours and hopefully you'll be able to get through it.
Mhm. So, like, I feel like you have to really focus on, one day of enjoying yourself with your family and, or your friends or by yourself with a bag of McDonald's. So I might do that this year. One day doesn't undo months of consistency. I've been working hard. I know, some of you ladies and gents have been working real hard this year too. Just do the damn thing for one day, and that is okay. Give yourself permission to do so.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sharing food with friends and family or with your puppy dogs is an important part of our culture. And you shouldn't feel guilty about that. You shouldn't reprimand yourself. You shouldn't starve yourself beforehand or after to enjoy a wonderful holiday meal. Okay. There should be some healthy dishes as well. Bring your own vegetable side dish if you want to add some nice diversity. But you don't need to burn off your pie. Enjoy the pie. For goodness sake, it's delicious. It's a beautiful part of our culture that we get to enjoy with each other. That's what the
Yes.
holidays should be. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely.
I love that. Um, I want to go back real quick. I know it's a lot, but to when you talked about if you need space. I
Oh, yeah.
sometimes need space but I don't want to make it awkward.
Okay. Okay. So if we don't want to make it awkward, what are some ways that you have found in the past that have worked for you for excusing yourself quietly, taking that space for you need, and then, kind of coming back into the fold without making it weird?
Um, Bathroom.
Yeah.
Uh, use a bathroom
Yeah.
or again, just take a little walk with somebody or say, oh, I got to check on my dogs. And just like little things to just not make a big deal.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think that, there in every single family and for each individual, there's the introverts, there's the extroverts, there's just needing that moment away and having that time for yourself. Just a quick trip to the bathroom makes a big difference. Heading out into the backyard, taking a quick walk around, little things like that. Anything that you can do to take a moment for yourself and recenter and recalibrate and then get back into the chaos of the holidays, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
especially depending on how big your family is. My
that's
gosh.
true.
Oh, what's funny is when when I was a kid on one side of the family, I was the youngest cousin, and this is what we call the bad side of the family, and all my older cousins would disappear, like, every hour and a half or so and say that they were going on a walk, and I didn't realize what was going on, but they were all out there, uh,
Mhm.
smoking some stuff out there, and, it was hilarious. I never picked up on it. I didn't know what was going on. I don't think that they needed, like, a break from the chaos. I think that was just, them doing what they were doing out there, but it was hilarious. I didn't realize till much later on what was happening.
Oh, that's funny to reflect on stuff like that. I don't know if my grandparents ever found out that I used to take my grandma's fuzzy navels and like drink all of them and get drunk. It's probably why I got a minor in possession, but still.
Still. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's
Yeah, and it's
funny to
funny,
reflect on that.
it truly is. I'm like, wow, they must really like my parents' property a lot. They go on a lot of walks. And now I'm like, you bastards. Now I know what was really going on.
Yeah. Oh,
Ah,
that's so funny.
so
Terrible.
funny. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, guys, the holidays, they can be wonderful. They can be a great way to connect with friends and family. There are a lot of different things going on. I know that a lot of people have to travel. It's stressful. We get it. 55% of adults are lonely. The rest of us have to deal with family that we may or may not want to be seeing. I totally get it. There are lots of different ways to prepare, to calm your nervous system, and to keep in mind that a couple of days of holidays don't undo months of consistency. So stay on top of what you're doing, enjoy the food without the guilt, and then just, keep up with your normal practices. Think about your sleep sanitation. Don't overdo it on the alcohol and don't overdo it on the sugar. A little bit is wonderful, but just like with anything, a lot of it is not so great. All right. In the morning, think about a protein filled breakfast. Think about plenty of water. Think about some daily movement on the day of a big feast. One of my favorite things for Thanksgiving is actually a walk beforehand. Right before dinner gets served, everybody does a big walk around the block. We go to this little park on the corner, the kids play, and then right when we get into the house, dinner is served. So it's a really nice little ritual for kind of prepping before the big feast. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah. And one of my
Anything else you want
rituals
to add to that
is
list, Joni?
Yeah, and one of my rituals is I like to keep things a little bit lighter by playing games, board games with the family. It sometimes can make it to where
Yeah.
we don't have the opportunity and the empty space to talk about things that aren't as fun.
I love that. That's totally true. And it's absolutely true. I mean, we can be completely direct and honest and say that it is truly a divided time for our country. Tensions are high. There's a lot of emotions about a lot of things that people are talking about. We can be honest about that. That doesn't mean that we're going to solve them at the dinner table over Thanksgiving. Okay. So I think that would be the time to be that person that tries to keep things light, bring everybody together, talk about things that are making you and your family happy, and truly try to reconnect with each other. Because I think if we're honest, that's what we really need right now.
Yeah, I think you should say, "Hey, I've been listening to this podcast. I think you guys should listen to it. You want to give it a try?"
Love it. Oh, I love it. That's fabulous. All right. So I hope you got something out of this. Holidays are coming up. Enjoy yourself. Give yourself permission to eat the food. Maybe only one serving, but nobody's going to judge you if you go back for two. Enjoy the pie, and we'll see you back in the gym the following Monday. All right?
Yeah.
All right. We still have about a month and a half left of this year, and a lot of work can still be done. We do not start fresh on January 1st. We still have work to do, okay? All right, that's the coach talking. I'll be nice. Okay, until next time, thank you so much for joining us. As always, we love you and all your light and darkness, no matter how many servings of pie you have.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Till next time.
Thought that I would be a bit at peace by now. Yeah, you're lying in the shadows of my